From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Thursday, August 18th, 2022. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. Rapid City Police say they are looking for a teenage runaway from Minnehaha County in connection with a Wednesday night shooting. Robert Yellowbird, 17 of Sioux Falls, is considered a person of interest in the incident. Rapid City police officers responded to reports of gunshots in the area of Anamosa Street and Holcomb Avenue around 2:20 Wednesday morning, where they found a juvenile male on the ground with an obvious gunshot wound. The victim was transported to the hospital with serious, non-life-threatening injuries. After working the case through the day on Wednesday, investigators identified Yellowbird as a person of interest. Police say he is a runaway from Minnehaha County, where he has an active warrant. 2 Rapid City schools will receive grants for after-school programs. Amy Rose has more.
2 Rapid City schools were awarded 21st Century Learning Grants to provide funding for academic enrichment through after-school programs. The 2 schools receiving the funding are North Middle and Central High Schools. The projects for each school will be funded for 5 years based on annual reviews and successful implementation. Both schools will work with the Black Hills Special Services Cooperative to carry out the projects. Dr. Pam Lang, Deputy Director of the Black Hills Special Services Cooperative, says the program will help students who suffered learning loss during COVID-19.
Most South Dakotans believe the state's abortion ban is too restrictive and that voters should determine the legality of abortion access rather than the state legislature. That is according to a new statewide poll. The poll of 500 registered voters showed that the majority, 57% of the respondents, supported allowing legal access to abortion medications in the state, including 42% who strongly support such access. Nearly 2/3, 65%, say they support having a statewide referendum to determine South Dakota's laws regarding reproductive rights. 76% of those polled support allowing legal abortion in cases of rape and incest, an exception not currently allowed under South Dakota's laws, which are among the most restrictive in the nation following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. In national and international news, Trump Organization Chief Financial Officer Alan Weisselberg is expected to plead guilty on Thursday to tax violations in a deal that would require him to testify about business practices at the former president's company. Weisselberg is charged with accepting more than $1.7 million in untaxed compensation. Weisselberg will have to speak in court about the company's role in the arrangement and possibly serve as a witness when the Trump Organization goes on trial in October. 3 national pharmacy chains will have to pay big bucks to 2 Ohio counties. Amy Rose has more.
A federal judge in Cleveland has awarded $650 million in damages to 2 Ohio counties that sued CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart over the way the national pharmacy chains distributed opioids to their communities. U.S. District Judge Dan Polster said Wednesday in his ruling that the money will be used to fight the opioid crisis in Lake and Trumbull counties outside Cleveland. Attorneys for the counties put the total price tag at $3.3 billion for the damage done. A jury in November returned a verdict in favor of the counties after a 6-week trial. It was then left to the judge to decide how much the counties should receive.
Now the latest on the war in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is due to meet the UN chief and Turkey's leader in Lviv near Ukraine's border with Poland. Thursday's talks will focus on the recent deal to resume Ukraine's grain exports, the volatile situation at a Russian-occupied nuclear power plant, and efforts to help end the war. Turkey and the United Nations helped broker an agreement last month, clearing the way for Ukraine to export 22 million tons of grain stuck in its ports since Moscow invaded on February 24th. Turkey hosted a round of talks in March between Russia and Ukrainian negotiators on a possible deal to end the hostilities. Those talks fell apart after the Istanbul meeting, with Russia and Ukraine blaming each other. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Sunny today and a little breezy with a high of 87. Low tonight, 58. And that was your Daily Slice for Thursday, August 18th, 2022. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.